I'm doing my first Kiss track by track album battle today, and I'm starting out with a tough one. I am putting the classic Destroyer up against what I have claimed is my favorite Kiss album, Creatures of the Night. This is going to be very difficult because I love both these albums, and some of these songs I feel like could be coin flipped. So we'll see how this goes. And yes, this is the deluxe editions of both these albums, but I'm not going to be including the demos. Obviously, just going to do the studio tracks. They both have 9 tracks. Well, technically Destroyer has 10, but we're not going to include Rock and Roll Party because that's not a song. And I encourage you to join me on this one because I don't want to have to feel this pain by myself, all right? So without further ado, let's start this, I guess. Track 1, we have Creatures of the Night versus Detroit Rock City. I already want to throw in the towel there because... talk about 2 different songs and 2 different albums for that matter, because they are very stylistically different. Creatures is very, very heavy and raw, and Destroyer is, it's Destroyer. I don't know. It's just, it's really hard. Really hard. I will say, Detroit Rock City, I am burnt out live on, but I never get tired of the studio track. I never get tired of it. And Creatures of the Night, they haven't played nearly enough for me to be burnt out on it, but I always love listening to Creatures of the Night. I'm stalling here because I just don't know what to pick. This is a coin flip, but I think I'm going to have to give this one to Detroit Rock City, but that is really tough to pick against Creatures of the Night, and I feel uneasy already. This is just going to be... all these tracks are going to be terrible to pick against. All right, track 2, we have Saint Sinner versus King of the Nighttime World. Again, come on, man. I realize how unfair this is, but I guess that's part of the fun of it. Man, Saint Sinner is one of my favorite Gene songs, and King of the Nighttime World is classic stuff. I think I like King of the Nighttime World live a little bit more. Still love the studio track, but live I think it has like a really great energy to it. And Saint Sinner, I absolutely love Vinny's guitar playing on that song, Gene's songwriting. It's all fantastic. So I think Creatures is going to get on the board here. I'm sadly going to have to pick against King of the Nighttime World and go with Saint Sinner. It's not going to get any easier. Track 3, we have Keep Me Comin' versus God of Thunder. I think God of Thunder is too classic to pick against. I can't bring myself to pick against God of Thunder, so unfortunately, Keep Me Comin' is going to have to lose to God of Thunder. Alright, track 4, we have Rock and Roll Hell versus Great Expectations. I do like Great Expectations. It's a really good ballad type song, really, really good songwriting on that song. However, Rock and Roll Hell is just a really heavy, fantastic Gene song on this album. So I am going to give this one to Rock and Roll Hell. And they are going back and forth. Track 5, we have Danger versus Flaming Youth. I'm very uncertain about this. This is giving me such an icky feeling right now. I feel so uneasy. Oh my god, Danger versus Flaming Youth. How do you do that? How do you do that? I guess I'm gonna have to go with Danger, but poor Flaming Youth. I love Flaming Youth, but Danger is just too strong of a song. Alright, we got I Love It Loud versus Sweet Pain. I'm going to go ahead and give this one to Sweet Pain. I really like I Love It Loud, studio track especially. Live definitely burnt out on it, but I don't really get tired of the studio track as much. But I still think I like listening to Sweet Pain more than I Love It Loud. Now we have I Still Love You. This is a really good song. What's it going up against? Shout It Out Loud. Shout It Out Loud is undeniably classic, and it's been in their set, since the album came out pretty much. But I Still Love You is such a really, really good, strong ballad from Paul. The vocals, songwriting, guitar solo, everything is phenomenal. So I'm going to pick against Shout It Out Loud and go with I Still Love You, because that song is just too amazing. Blows my mind every time I listen to it. Track 8, we have Killer versus Beth. This one is going to go to Killer. Don't have to think too hard about that one, but I love Beth. I love Beth. And I love Peter singing on that song. It's great, but Killer is Killer, and it's a killer song. No pun intended. Track 9, we're at the end here. War Machine versus Do You Love Me? Oh, that's another tough one. That one could be a coin toss. It really could. Again, Do You Love Me studio track, kind of like more than live, to be honest. It's done really well live, but for whatever reason, I like the sound of the studio track, even like the bells at the end and everything. I don't know, I still like it. War Machine definitely like studio track more than live. I don't know why, but I think there's like a certain nastiness that the studio track has that they were never really able to duplicate live. So I don't know. This could be a coin toss, but I think for right now, I think I'm actually gonna go with Do You Love Me, and I surprised myself with that one. All right, gotta shake that off of me because we're done here. And as I predicted, Creatures of the Night comes out victorious, but Destroyer got 4 and Creatures got 5, so Creatures only won by 1. Destroyer is an extremely strong album, and it's classic, and so is Creatures of the Night. It beat Destroyer just barely, and there you go. All right, I'm going to go regain my brain cells, and I hope you join me along with this one because it was pretty fun. And let me know what other Kiss albums I should put up against each other, and I'll see you next time.